Today in the Larson garage, we're going to be going through pulling off these rocker guards on the CJ. These tubes are pretty bent up, pretty smashed in, so we're going to cut those off. We'll weld on some new ones. They'll be a little bit stronger. That'll hold up to the rocks a little bit better. Now, rocker protection is an important part for any off-road vehicle. It, one, helps protect the body, so the body is not getting damaged off-road. Two, in the case of the CJ, we have a step here, so it makes for easier access in and out of the vehicle. And the third one being that when you hit an obstacle or hit a rock off-road, the rock will slide along this guard, rather than if you didn't have it, it would hit the sheet metal and sort of catch and then stop the vehicle. Alright, so we have the steps cut off, the plate all ground down. Now this tube was 1.25 inches and about a 1/16 inch wall. So it's pretty light, which is obviously why it crushed in the way that it did when the Jeep sort of leaned over and this was rubbed on a rock. So what we're going to replace this with, we have some square tubing, which is 1.5 inches and it's 1/8 inch thick wall. So it's twice as thick, so it should hold up a bit better. But then also not be too strong that it's stronger than the plate that it's welded to. So we'll get this. I don't have a tube or a square tube bender, so I'll end up notching this to get it to an angle so that then this will be up a few inches just like these were. Another thing, so these steps had sort of 2 of these risers. With this new one, we'll put in a third one to try and help distribute the load, that if it does get hit with a rock, it won't crush, or as this one, it sort of bent in. So there'll be another riser to help spread that load out across the plate. Alright, so we got the driver's side one all fully welded, mounted up here on the Jeep. I'm really liking how it looks. So now all we got to do is go through the same process again on the passenger side. Alright, so we got the passenger side all done. It went quite a bit quicker than the driver's side because we had already figured out all the dimensions, measurements, all of that. So I'm going to pull these off. I'm going to sandblast all the welds to clean those up nice so that the paint will stick and we'll get rid of any slag in there. And then I'll hit the rest of the plate with just some sandpaper or the DA, and then we'll get them painted. So we just finished spraying the rock sliders here. They came out pretty good. Paint laid down pretty flat. It was a little tricky trying to get in and around in the back side of this tube to make sure it was all covered, but we were able to get through that. I think there was maybe one run on the driver's side spraying into this corner. Built up a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it. We'll hit it on a rock and smooth it out. So I'm going to let these dry overnight, and we'll get them mounted back up on the Jeep. Take a look at them all fully mounted, and then we'll wrap this video up. Alright, so the paint's all dry. We got the rock sliders mounted back up here on the Jeep. I'll try and get some good shots of it. It might be a little tough being on the lift here and trying to work around with the camera. But thank you for taking the time and watching this video. I got to get back to work on the Jeep. I got a laundry list of things to do, and it's already into April, so I'm going to get those wrapped up and start enjoying this in the nice weather.